amazing pork and noodles. Look at this ramen here at Tsujita on Sawtelle. I think the greatest ramen that I've had in Los Angeles. Mind-blowing. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Steve from Rockstar Eater, coming to you with another rockin' episode. And I am out here in Los Angeles on Sawtelle Boulevard, the land of Japanese restaurants, because I'm gonna be doing the ultimate ramen tour today. Oh yeah, I am so pumped for this. There are a lot of great ramen shops in Los Angeles, but if you go here to Sawtelle Boulevard, you're gonna find 3 of some of the best ramen shops. So today I'm gonna be hitting up Tsujita LA, Tsujita Annex, and Killer Noodle. All 3 of these restaurants are owned by the same company, but I assure you, it's not all the same recipe. They're all so different in its own way, so that is why I gotta show you what each one is about, and then of course I'm going to give you my take on which one I thought was the best of these 3 Tsujita restaurants. So if you guys wanna see the ultimate ramen experience in Los Angeles, you've come to the right episode. So stick all the way to the end so that you can see this amazing ramen tour that I'm about to show you in this video. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, because I post these food and travel videos weekly you don't want to miss out on. So go ahead, do that right now. And it is early in the morning. Time to get me some of those noodles with spot number 1. This is Arnold right here. He is the manager at Tsujita Restaurants on Sawtelle. So what makes this restaurant so special, man?
Well, I mean, we've been here for 11 years, so that speaks for itself. And we really put tsukemen on the map here in the US, I would say. And I've tried many tsukemen across the country, and I really think this is the best, personally in the US. And we've always put a dedication into our food quality. It always has to be perfect every single time. If something's wrong, then we won't serve it. We will close for the day. Like, we take that much pride into our food. And I think really that's what sets us apart from anyone else. So today we're gonna be making 2 things. We're gonna be making our tsukemen and our tonkotsu ramen. We'll start off with our tsukemen because that takes the longest. At first we were making our own noodles, but then what happened was, because of so much volume, we couldn't keep up with the volume of how many people were coming in and how many people wanted to make fresh noodles. So we partnered with Sun Noodle. We told them exactly what type of noodle we want, so they make a custom noodle for us every day, and then that's how we have developed this relationship. So I'm just gonna first just get these noodles here. These are tsukemen noodles, by the way. In here, 5 minutes.
And all the noodles are timed very perfectly, right?
Yes. If it's not the right time, then it's no good. In the meantime, while that's cooking, I'm going to explain our soups. We have 3 different soups here. These 2 are for our tonkotsu ramen. This one is like the mother base, and then this is the one we actually serve. So this is a bit lighter and this is a bit more concentrated. What happens is, as we keep using the main soup, we'll start feeding from the mother soup and keep refilling that way. So that way we never get like a light flavor. It's always going to have a strong tonkotsu flavor. And then this has been boiling since we've opened. This is our main soup. This is our tsukemen soup. It's a bit different. It's a pork and fish-based broth, and this one takes 11 hours or 12 hours daily to make, and it just takes a lot of labor-intensive love. The recipe is a very secret ingredient. So this is our tsukemen base. It has our custom tare, which is like a custom soy sauce. It has our roux, which is what helps make the broth very thick. It has some shichimi. It has some sesame seeds. It has and then some other secret ingredients that I can't really tell you. What we do is we're gonna get this here. This is the main tsukemen based soup here. Pour it in, and then start mixing very thoroughly. You want to make sure that the roux gets intact with the soup, so that it's thickened very well. You add some memba, which is bamboo, some green onions, and then you add some chashu, chopped chashu that we have. Making sure it's super cold. You don't want the noodles to be warm. You want it to be cold. That's how tsukemen is traditionally served. We have a little folding technique that we always do. Nice thick cuts, and that's it. That's the chashu tsukemen.
Oh, this is so cool. I don't think I've ever seen.
We want to make sure it's hot because, we want to make sure it's at its hottest temperature. So we even care about how hot the bowl is.
Guys, I am so excited to be able to try this food right now. So I got 2 different ramens and even one of their rice bowls as well. Oh yeah. This is the classic tonkotsu ramen. Yes, one of the most popular ones you'll find in Los Angeles. This is essentially pork broth that's served with pork chashu. They have a good 4 pieces up there. Wood ear, mushroom, green onion, seaweed. Oh yeah, very traditional. And here's the famous one that everybody comes for. This is the tsukemen. I'm so excited. Yes, as you can see, it is not the soup in the noodles together, kind of like this one right here. Rather, the noodles are chilled, it's separated, and you're supposed to dip it into this broth, which is almost kind of like a sauce in some ways. Spicy tuna over rice and some seaweed. This is definitely something you should get if you love rice bowls. And I love how clear and how clean the broth looks. Oh yeah. Let me tell you, I've had this before. This isn't my first time having the Tsujita tonkotsu. It is really flavorful. It tastes, like I said, very clean, very smooth taste, very thin, creamy, and the saltiness level is just perfect. These thin noodles only take about 10 seconds to cook and they are good to go. And these kind of thin noodles pair perfectly with this broth. Oh, it's so delicious. And it's okay to slurp in these ramen restaurants because in Japan, when you slurp, it just shows you're having fun with it. Culturally acceptable. And I did tell you that their pork chashu is some of the best you can find in LA, right? That thing just melts in your mouth. It's delicious. It's fatty, it's tender. It really just touches you in your throat when you eat that. And that's what you want when you eat ramen. Ramen that's supposed to taste really feel good. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely a very delicious, excellent, traditional tonkotsu ramen. As traditional of a Japanese ramen as it gets. So if that's what you're looking for, they got it here. This is also worth noting, if you don't know exactly how to eat the tsukemen, they have a guide here that'll show you how to do it. That is rockin'. You see, dip and then squeeze the lime juice, makes all the difference. You could even make it hot if you want to with some of that takana, spicy takana. So for the tsukemen, as you notice, the broth is thicker, almost like gravy thick. You're not supposed to drink it like that, even though you could. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try some of it, see what it's like. Yep, just as I predicted. It's thick, it's saltier than the tonkotsu broth. Oh yeah, that looks so good. That is as good of a tsukemen as it gets. Mind-blowing. Everything about it is greatness, because the noodles are thicker, it's chewy, it's cooked perfectly, and when you pair it with the sauce, which really coats all the noodles on top, it's still on there when you pull it out. It tastes so great. I heard that the pork chashu is the highlight here as well, so I'm definitely going to try this with plenty of the tsukemen dip. And by the way, that pork chashu is different from the other one in the sense that it's cut thicker, so you're gonna get a whole bunch of meat in your mouth. I love everything about it. It's marinated to perfection, as you can tell from the top, perfectly marinated, and then the center is tender and fatty. And I don't want to forget about my spicy tuna bowl. This one I should have had first, but I didn't want to let my ramen get cold, so I'm doing this one now. And then maybe mix it around just a little bit. Wow, that's a comforting rice bowl. I'm a big sushi fan. So even like chirashi, spicy tuna over rice, anything over rice sushi, I'm always gonna eat it. I'm always gonna love it. Anytime, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. If I were to come and just choose one thing, definitely the tsukemen. This is truly a standout. But the tonkotsu itself also, perfect. So delicious. I'm gonna finish up here and then gotta move on to my next spot.
So right now, after this one, we're gonna go to our next location, Tsujita Annex. Right now there's a little construction, so don't pay no mind to that. But basically this restaurant was born out of necessity because our line at the original location was so huge. We decided to make another one, but we decided instead of just making a second location, we wanted to do something a little different, and we decided to serve up a whole new different style of ramen just for the LA audience. That there's so many different types of ramen in Japan that we just wanted to show them what it's like. So we're here at Annex Kitchen, and so Annex is known for something called jiro style ramen, and what jiro style ramen is, it's mainly pork broth. It's all pork broth actually, and then what it's known for a mountainous amount of food, like gargantuan. And it's very similar to the operations in the first location. What you have here is two different soup pots. Again, this is the main one we use, and then this is the mother base right here. So this one's still cooking right now, so I'm gonna let it keep heating up. But we use this one, and then when this dies down, we'll start feeding it from the original mother's one.
So now it's officially lunchtime, and Arnold, I see you're gonna eat with me today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hungry too, so I've seen you eat all this food. I got hungry too, so I can't help myself.
No problem with that. Yeah, this all looks so amazing. So yeah, what do we got here?
So we're gonna have 3 different types of ramen. The other one's coming up soon, but right now you have the ramen here, and then you have the tsukemen here. They look similar, but the flavor, as soon as you try the broth, you'll tell right away that it's very different. And then coming up, you'll also have a dry ramen, a maze soba, and it comes with a poached egg and lemon.
And just like at Tsujita Original, they do have a guide to show you how exactly to eat your tsukemen. So yes,
sure.
You dip it into the broth, and yeah, you can make it very spicy if you want, and make sure to do your slurping. All right, and just as usual, start with the broth, right?
Yeah, start with the broth.
Start with the broth, all right. Man, you know, just when I thought, I didn't think that anything could top the one I went to.
Yeah.
But this one, I feel, just takes it to a new level. I'm into very bold flavors if it's done really right.
Right.
Yeah, I can really tell that this is a marvelous recipe. So I do admit, when you taste it, it is a little bit thicker. Maybe not as clean as the tonkotsu like over there.
Right.
But you're right, like it's bolder in the flavor, like all the garlic, the saltiness, even all this bean sprouts that's like loaded in here. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah, everything has a nice balance of flavor. It's very heavy.
It's pretty amazing. Like I feel I can just sit here and just drink the broth. That's how good it is.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, it's. But I gotta try the noodles. Oh yeah. Very different noodle experience, but so welcome though. I mean, I seriously have never had a ramen like this before, and I haven't even gone to the pork chashu yet.
Meatier. It's more meatier.
It's very meaty. But still, it is tender, very soft. Jumping ahead, but this is probably the best ramen broth I've had so far.
Oh, wow.
I mean, of course, I'm into the clean tasting tonkotsu broth. It's always going to be good for any occasion.
Right.
But this one, I feel, is like, when you drink it, it's as deep as the ocean. That's how deep the flavor is.
Our original location gets a lot more recognition, but we also have a lot of diehard fans for just this location only.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, so the tsukemen looks amazing too. And if, you know, when I first saw this, I thought this was the actual like ramen, as in you're giving me extra ramen, but this is just the dipping sauce, right?
But it looks just as big as the ramen. That's what we like to do here, just serve big plates of food at Annex.
Wow, that broth actually works with the noodles.
It has a nice tang to it.
Oh yeah. I feel that with broths this intense in its flavor and just a little thicker, that the thick noodles always work good with these kind of broths.
Definitely, yeah. It's we've thought about every single recipe to the T, and we decided, you know, we do it by the millimeter too. We talked to Sun Noodle. We were like, we wanted it by this amount exactly, and that's how they provide it for us, because we know that this is the type of noodle that works well with this kind of broth.
And I'm always so thankful that there's some pork chashu in here as well.
Yeah.
Always got to be so happy for that, right? Wow. I already knew it was going to taste good, but it's like you're experiencing it for the first time all over again. So good, man. This is really such a good spot. So everything has already been mixed in, all the eggs and the, what's it, garlic or dried onions?
It's fried onions, actually.
Fried onions, okay.
Yeah.
which I think is pretty good because the noodles are so thick. It's thick, it's chewy, and it's definitely very wet because of all the egg yolk that's mixed in.
And then there's it's like a mushroom base, so super umami. To me, it almost tastes like carbonara pasta a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, this place definitely has my thumbs up. I thought that place over there was going to be the top spot and everything was going to go down here, hill. No. This is a very good competitor as well. The food here is rocking in its own way. And I still haven't even gotten to the third place yet.
That's also another really, really popular spot. So,
really?
Yeah.
All
on for you to try it.
I'm so excited. Let me finish up here and then we're going to go to the last spot. All right. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
So we're going to our last and final spot for today. It's Killer Noodle. This is our spicy ramen. So I hope you like spicy food because everything here is spicy.
All right. Let's do it.
So we're at the kitchen of Killer Noodle right now. So it's way tucked in the back. It's not an open kitchen, so you're getting a sneak preview into it. But this is where we do our spicy tantanmen. Tantanmen is a Japanese dish that derived from the Chinese dish dandanmyeon back in the Sichuan province, China. So the Japan, what they did was they took their own twist to it, and now it's like a very unique Japanese experience.
Wow, you guys have gyoza here as well?
Yeah, we actually make our own custom gyoza. Everything's made in-house. We took months making this recipe because our CEO, he wasn't satisfied, like taste after taste, but we finally got the recipe down to make it our own, and it's a big top seller now, so everyone loves our gyoza.
Okay, so this one, what do we have here?
So this is our Tokyo style. This is actually our most popular menu item. It's a Tokyo style with soup ramen, and it's a very nutty sesame creamy taste. Has some sesame sauce, peanut butter, like our special tare, vinegar, and then our special chili oil that we make in-house, as you saw earlier.
All right.
And this is the downtown style. It's a without soup. So these two are our most popular items. Downtown is typically known for having a more vinegar and more chili oil kick, a little bit more spicy, but it has that we have our own custom balsamic vinegar that we make, and it has a nice tang to it. So this is probably the most reminiscent of like an original dandanmyeon from China. And again, here we go. This is our custom gyoza that we make in-house. We took months to create this recipe, so I hope you enjoy this one.
Yeah,
it's become a bestseller at our restaurant. So you can customize the spice level for this restaurant from levels 1 through 6. What I got here is the one we recommend, which is level 3.
Level 3?
And you can choose between the spiciness and numbness. Well, what I mean by numbness, you'll tell right away that there's going to be like a tingling sensation in your mouth as you eat it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Maybe what I'll do is start with your gyoza.
Yeah, I'll probably join you with that.
Oh, man, you're going to join me. All right.
I haven't had these in a while.
I can tell that's fresh.
Yeah. Again, we make everything in-house, so everything's very custom. We wanted to give big portions, so just to be able to satisfy everyone.
Yeah, it's really big, so you're gonna get your money's worth with this one. It's so good for sharing too.
Yeah, for sure. It's become our most popular appetizer.
Okay, well, I'm glad I got it. Woo. Okay, so it's time to try the noodles, and this is definitely a thick broth. Wow, it almost looks kind of like a peanutty type of broth.
It is a peanut-based broth. It's peanut and sesame based, so it's very thick, very creamy. That's why people love the soup here.
Really?
Yeah, they love that. I don't know that. I guess it's a very reminiscent flavor for them because everyone's had PB&J before.
Yeah. So. I can tell what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think if you are into peanut, like that nutty, very peanut flavor, this is your soup right here.
Yeah, it's not your typical bowl of ramen, which is why like even in Japan, tantanmen isn't really as popular as compared to like a shio or shoyu based broth, but it definitely has its audience, and so there are people that really love that super nutty broth that most people at Killer Noodle who come, they really enjoy.
And I think the creaminess will complement the noodles very well. Oh yeah, look at that, guys. Woo! They even taste different too.
Yeah, it's different texture, different everything. Again, we cater everything to taste. We make it like as specific to the millimeter.
Yeah.
Just so we want it to be perfect to complement the broth perfectly.
It seems like every Tsujita really has its own personality.
Yeah, we really wanted to showcase the different styles of ramen in LA. most people, when they think of ramen, they only, at least in America, they only think about tonkotsu ramen. But there's so many different styles of ramen that we wanted to show. So that's why tantanmen is another style of ramen as well.
Got it. Oh man, I'm so excited to eat this one. So this is,
Downtown.
I guess, their downtown ramen right here. And you have to mix it around a little bit, right?
Make sure you mix it like to coat all the sauce.
Spicy, tangy, vinegar taste to it.
Right, yeah. So there's actually no peanuts in this one. It's all just our custom vinegar. It has our special tare as well.
I definitely see like that dandan noodle taste.
Yeah. It's very, I would say it doesn't taste exactly like dandan mian, but I think it's the closest representation that we have to the original Chinese version of
Oh,
dandan
definitely.
mian. Yeah.
And see, I can tell because when you eat into it, it has that kind of like that peppercorn numbing. You taste it on your tongue.
Yeah, the Szechuan peppercorn. We try to get the best quality Szechuan peppercorns so that our customers can get that very numbing sensation really easily.
Then this is definitely the spot you got to go to for one of the most inventive noodle experiences you can find on Sawtelle. Oh yeah.
So, you've eaten at all the places. I'm curious what your favorite was.
Oh man. Yeah, all three of them were really good actually. I didn't expect that. Wow. So I think, okay, so there's two things I'm thinking of right now.
Sure.
I think in terms of the tsukemen, I would probably have to say it's the original Tsujita.
Right, that's what started it all for us, yeah.
Yes, everything about that tsukemen was just so mind-blowing. The noodles, the soup, and like the lime juice that goes into it. I mean, everything about it is just so good. I would come back just to eat that tsukemen. And then in terms of the ramen, even though I always like a traditional good tonkotsu, but I would probably say that jiro ramen in Annex.
Oh.
Wow, that one. I would say if I had to come back to Sawtelle for one ramen experience, it would probably be that one.
Wow, nice.
If you come to Sawtelle, it's really almost like a Sawtelle, like a Tsujita Disneyland of ramen and stuff.
Yeah. I'd say Little Tokyo is more for tourists. If you want a more authentic Japanese experience, come to Sawtelle definitely.
Oh man, you heard the man. So yeah, when you're here on Sawtelle Boulevard, you don't have to go really far. This is where you could definitely come for your ultimate ramen tour to try 3 of some of the best ramen restaurants in LA. So yeah, when you come to Tsujita Ramen, just look out for Arnold. Tell him you saw this episode. He's going to be really happy.
Yeah.
He's going to treat you like royalty, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely try to give something a little extra for you if you come see me.
Okay, but you got to look out for him specifically. Arnold Kim, the man here.
I'm a little hard to find because I'm always in and out of all the restaurants, so hope you can catch me.
Awesome. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode of Rockstar Eater.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed what I'm doing here on the show, give me a thumbs up and also comment on the section below, because if you've been to any of these restaurants before, I'd love to hear your story. What do you think about these Tsujita restaurants? What is your favorite Tsujita restaurant? And finally, please subscribe, because more of these awesome food adventures are coming out in the next few weeks. Well, I hope you have a rockin' day today, folks, and I'll see you all in the next food adventure. Oh yeah.